Hi there, good afternoon. I'm Sheila Maria, and it is wonderful to be with you. How is lockdown affecting you? Are you finding yourself feeling stir crazy? Are you finding yourself enjoying it? Are the practical aspects of life at home beginning to affect your income, your lifestyle, perhaps even your relationship? I am an ordinary wife and mother. I have the ability to hear and see many different interdimensional beings. I see fairies, I hear unicorns, and I hear galactics as well. And they're very close to you, and they understand that all the spiritual teachings in the world don't necessarily help if you're worried about the roof over your head and how you're going to manage with all the changes that the current situation brings. So I am here today. I'm going to start bringing out a weekly message, and there's going to be three themes. There's going to be a theme of the week, a challenge of the week, and what you can do to help yourself. And that's really, I want to keep it very simple. So the theme of the week is union, and I've got some cards here which I'm showing you. And union is basically feeling at home within yourself, and then when that fills your aura, you will start to create that in your home and in your other life areas. And to come into union with yourself, your energy field must be yours. Now, if like me, you've got a busy family, it's very, very normal for their needs to start coming in energetically, as any parent will know. But what we're talking about here is keeping your aura for you, because you can attend to anything you need. But if your essential life force energy, which is contained within your aura, gets drained away, the ability for you to receive new opportunities, which I think for a lot of you, you're really hoping for, you can't get those if you've got no energy with which to receive it. And this is something we want to say very clearly. You cannot manifest from the mental realm. You can only manifest from all the realms. So you manifest across all the frequency bands. You manifest stuff which is great, and you manifest stuff which is not so great. And what you manifest is always a reflection, and I'm doing this because it's always a reflection of the energy within your auric field. And if the energy within your auric field is genuinely positive, then you will see that reflected back at you, no matter what's going on in the world. But if you are full of other people's anxiety, other people's frustration, other people's demands on your time, whether that is your spouse, your beautiful children, my cat used to do this to me, then you're going to see that manifesting in your world. So it's got nothing to do with the lockdown. It's got everything to do with your aura. So the theme this week is union. The challenge of the week is being a caretaker to everybody else and not having enough energy for you. So we've got Archangel Gabriel around us this week, and she is wonderful for helping you to set down boundaries, to create space for yourself, and to fill that space in a way which allows tomorrow and the day after to start bringing you the opportunities that you need. Now, this is another thing we want to say. You cannot manifest ahead of your own energy. And what many people try to do is they try to manifest by projecting into the future and convincing themselves that they've got that item now. And invariably, the lack of the item is what you manifest. All you need to do is work with the flow of the divine. This is the flow of the third dimension. This is the flow of the divine. And so what you're doing is, over a period of about 3 weeks, you're increasing your radiance within your auric field. That is to do with your thoughts and your emotions. It's also to do with your beliefs. It's to do with what triggers you, and it's to do with what you're avoiding or not attending to as well. So what you need to make sure is that you don't think you're manifesting anything, but that you know that you are. And you will know that you are if you're not projecting forward, because if you actually are a match to what you want to receive, you won't feel like it's missing. You will know that it's on its way. You can't fake that. So Gabriel has asked me to talk to you about what you can do to help yourself. Number one, you do need to set boundaries. And those boundaries are so that you have time for your energy to become stronger, not weaker. The other thing she says is, make sure you sit with your guiding team. Even if you don't know who your guides are, make sure you sit with them, and you have to speak to them out loud. Now, they do hear you through your thoughts, but it's very, very muffled. They're only allowed to act on what you verbally say. If you think, please help me, they'll hear you say, please help me. Spiritual law says, unless you cannot speak, you have to speak. And if you cannot speak, then you would have to think it clearly and project it into the front of your aura, okay? And this area is your belief generator, okay? So you need to tell them what you need. You also need to tell them what you are willing to do. So if you said, I need £5,000, bring me £5,000, you would also need to say, I'm happy to work from home. I'm happy to work shifts. I'm happy to sell something. And it's not that you will have to do those things, because you may think, well, I am happy to work shifts, but I can't work because of the lockdown. I am happy to sell something, but I've got nothing to sell. It is your willingness that allows them to come into the 6th layer of your aura, open up an energy train, and start to push your higher self energy through into a new timeline. So what they actually do is they create a new timeline for you. If your auric layers are really closed, they can't do it. Think of trying to give birth to a baby if your cervix is tight shut. You're going to push, you're going to push, you're going to push. And this is just for the ladies, that baby ain't coming out. So you have to tell them what you need, which may be different from what you want. And you have to tell them what you're willing to do, and you've got to feel willing to do those things. And even if you think to yourself, well, I'm not going to have to do those things, or there's no way I can do those things, that doesn't matter. It is the vibration of willingness that you have stated that allows them to act. Now, the other thing they said is they want you to understand that a lot of you will feel like you do talk to your guides, but you don't hear them. The guidance comes from a clear aura, a clear energy field, and also from sitting in a place, a room or a space where the energy is clear, and an awareness of silence through which your guide will impress their energy. Now, if you are sitting in a room that's had grumpy people in it, stressed teenagers, if you're sitting in a room that hasn't had any fresh air in it, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to hear your guides. If possible, sit on your front steps, sit in your yard, okay? You need to be in a place where the energy is high in order that you will be able to receive your guides' impressions. Now, due to the density right now, it can take around 2 days for the notion to hit. So if you're saying, I need to know how to bring money in, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and I really am, you may get nothing at that point. 2 days later, when you're having your hour's exercise, boom, there is a desire to do something. Even if that desire does not seem connected, you need to take it. And I'm going to show you what they asked me to do, which is probably going to make you laugh. Stay connected to the earth. Even if you are very worried about money, health, whatever, you cannot manifest from the mental realm. You only manifest if your aura is touching earth. And what normally happens when people are scared, their aura rises up. You can't manifest something into the physical if you're not connected to it. So you don't have to go outside. Make it your intention to be physical. Make it your intention. And you're talking to somebody who trances for about 6 hours a day. My manifestation rate is very, very quick because every 2 hours I go out and I sit outside for at least 15 minutes, even in my Arctic coat. So finally, the other thing that they want to say to you is, there is a lot of chaos energy around at the minute. There is a lot of low moods. And those low moods can drag you down if your energy isn't strong. So please work on having a clear energy field. And this is all about being committed to your path. And I want to remind you that your higher self knew exactly what was coming. And she or he knows exactly what is going to come. You don't need to worry about that. You need to be in the right place energetically so that you can follow the guidance and the steps that she will give. So I hope this finds you secure, warm, calm, and at peace. You can find out all about my readings and my clearings and my trainings over at SheilaMaria.com. For now, I would like to wish you a beautiful week. Lots of love from me, lots of love from them. Goodbye for now.